Hey guys, I've got a case which I'm just going to go through. So these are like abutments, maybe temporary abutments or something. It's not my case, but I'd just like to show you quickly. And this is a tissue model. Alright, there's a lot of muck on the scene. So what I'm going to do first, we're going to go to the model designer and I'm going to select these scans just to clean it up a bit. Now I'm going to go fast edit mode, B key. And we're going to remove a lot of this stuff and then we're going to click on delete. Okay, do the same thing for this one. Always keep in mind that the smaller the models are, the more efficient we're going to work through all of this. So here, fast edit, B key for box select, and we're going to just delete it. So this already looks way better, a little bit more workable. This model here, fast edit, C key, so you can go from B key to C key, and then we're going to just delete as well. Okay, so that's looking way better. Go to the crown module. This is our antagonist, and now there's a tissue model and we've got the die model. Okay, the die model is going to be the working model. The tissue model we don't need at this stage actually. So what I'll do is I'll just put it into a collection. Okay, so we all know how to do this. Select the tissue model and then M to move, new collection, and I'll just call this hidden. So this is where I'm going to hide all my secret objects, the ones that I don't need. Okay, this is what I need. Alright, now we're going to make copings on it and then we're going to put a bridge over the top of it. Okay. So before we go any further, we're going to go to the wax up module. Get rid of the outliner, we don't need it now. Select your tooth library. I'm just going to go for a basic solid and we're going to then quickly place these teeth correctly. So here we're looking at a whole bunch of teeth. Okay, so choose teeth. We're looking for from the premolar and up to probably this one or that one. I'm not quite sure at this stage. So okay, let's just delete the unwanted teeth and we're going to put them into position. So okay, so click place to mounting position. We forgot one tooth. We forgot the molar over here. So let's just bring it in again and choose a molar. Actually, we could maybe even fit two premolars in there, or maybe a premolar. The spacing is really tricky. Let's take a molar and a premolar. All right. Okay, choose this one and this one. Delete and place to mounting position. All right. Okay, we're going to go and I'm going to go to the crown module and just hide the antagonist so that I can see what I'm doing. Alright, so these two pretty straightforward. G key, and maybe that wasn't such a good call. They just don't seem to fit. I think maybe two teeth. Let's get rid of this one. Now Shift D to duplicate and voila. Okay, this is looking way better. Like that. Okay, so that one's taken care of. Let's just move them down a little bit. Maybe we'll scale them a bit. S to scale. There, okay. So next thing is let's focus on these teeth over here. I'm going to just select them. G key and R key to rotate. Yep. Okay, so we one too many over there. Okay, so this one, get rid of, X delete. And the spacing again is not quite adequate. We're going to just place them sort of correctly in the gap. And this one here and there, put them down a bit. This one doesn't seem to fit so nicely. S to scale, G to grab. And I think we've got a winner over here. Okay, just take this one down a bit. Okay, that's quick enough to do. Okay, so this will take a little bit of practice to work in 3D space. It's not that easy when you first start, but that seems to be okay. I'm going to be using the articulator to grind in the bite. Alright, let's have a look at the antagonist. So this is going to change names in the articulator. So just remember that. Okay, so mind you, we don't actually need the upper model. Yeah, we'll need it for visualization only. We're going to go to the articulator. Now, I'm not going to name anything here. So we're going to auto setup articulator. Okay, now we can see that this is animated. The jaw is already animated, but we need to do a few settings. So I'll keep it on the centric. Okay, now also, okay, we're going to go to the edit here. So if you're not sure, just follow me and you'll quickly see what I'm doing. Okay. Now these teeth we want to include in our animation together with the lower jaw. Alright, so we're going to link the objects to animation. This now means that when I go view right, view front, and so on, all of this is animated. Okay, especially in protrusive, we can see where this ends up. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to set the constraints of this. So we don't have to focus on this. We're going to focus on editing. Now we don't want to edit the opening. We're not opening the bite, but we're going to edit this one over here, the protrusive. So set it like this, the jaw. Also then we're going to open it up because it's intersecting a little bit. Can you see over here? Okay, so this is the transparent button. If you guys don't know, I use it all the time. Okay, so we're going to open this up a little bit. So we've set the jaw forward and we're just going to open it up just slightly like that. Okay, so we can clearly see this needs to be cut. I'm going to click on add keyframe. This now means that when we go into here into protrusive, it assumes that position. Now we're going to edit the excursive. Clearly we can see we need to do some adjustments here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the jaw this way, and we're going to move it up a little bit. Okay, so here on this one over here, open, close, we're going to open it just a little bit over here like that. So I'm taking these teeth as a like a guiding point, and I'm also looking at my canine here. So this seems to be quite good. We're going to add keyframe, and then we're going to edit the final one, which is over here. Okay, same thing. So what I'm doing is we're going to open this occlusion just a little bit because I can see where the canine hits the other canine over here. Okay, and we're going to add keyframe. Now we've got the complete animation going. Okay, next thing is we're going to cut these in. Okay, so we're going to grind them into occlusion. That's easily done. Go to the cutting tools. Now ask yourself, what is doing the cutting? The top model is doing the cutting, and that's the object making the cut. Okay, and that's going to then remesh it. It's going to create an offset, and we're going to apply this offset. Then what we're going to do is these teeth are going to be the ones that are going to be cut. So here, so object making the cut. It says mandible. So this is the maxilla, this is the mandible. So objects being cut like that. They will change in color. Then what we're going to do is we're going to then apply that. So here, actually it's going to cut quite a bit over here. These teeth over here may just, no, it may be okay. Okay, so let us cut this in. Cut all movements. So this is looking really good. We're going to delete the object making the cut. Alright, now we can actually delete the entire articulator. We don't need it anymore. Click here, delete condyles and animation. Okay, this is now the teeth have been ground in. This tooth we could actually flip up a little bit higher, to be honest. So I'll arbitrarily pick it up. GZ. It may be locked, which it is. Tab A GZ. And we're just going to do it in edit mode like that. Alright, so this is looking really flash. We're going to now continue in the crown module. So go to the crown module and we're going to take all these teeth that we have cut, and we're going to, actually before we do that, I just want to have a quick look and see the hidden folder that we've got. So outliner, hidden folder, hidden. Okay, let's have a quick look. So here, this one we could actually bring down a little bit more, to be honest. So I'll just go into transparent, C key, G key, and I'm just going to bring that down just a smidgen. Okay, so this one sort of looks okay. The necks of them, okay, that's sort of seems okay. I think I will manipulate the mesh on the gum a little bit as well, but first of all we're going to put them into the collection, into this collection teeth, which will then remesh these as well. So it's hidden away here, so you can always access it later down the line. The hidden can remain hidden for now. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to outline our copings where we need the copings to be. Okay, so click on drawing and we're going to outline them over here. I'm just going to do one, and then I'm going to stop this video and then restart it once I've got it all done. So this just takes a little bit of time. Okay, so create lower surface. Okay, don't click the wrong one. This is the lower model. We're doing the lower surface over here. Great, I'm not going to bother too much about the contacts now. I'm going to use a different contact tool for this specific case. What I do want to do is I want to make copings. So this is going to be a bridge from here to there. So we can clearly see that these are very undercut. Take these two, go to survey, look at it from the top and try and eliminate as much as possible. So we will get, we're going to have a little bit of a issue here. Next, I believe these are little parts which you're going to insert into your hybrid bridge. So I will survey them individually. So here, try and eliminate as much as what you can and then click on block out. Okay, so this is the wrong button. It'll give you an error message if you do that. Do this one as well. Survey, look at it from the top and block it out. Okay, and then the last one as well. Here. Then next we're going to add some margins. So take all three in one go and add, I'll put 0.2 margin on there. Alright, from there they are already selected. We're going to click Auto Spacer and Zone. If you do feel you want to have more spacer, maybe that could be an idea, just to make the space a little bit thicker in this event. So instead of 50 microns, we're going to increase this one to about 100 microns just to make sure that, that it does fit. Okay, and then we're going to accept the spacer, make a safety zone. This is 0.5 in thickness. If you want to make it thicker, and we're going to accept the zone. Next, we're going to go to not the occlusal adjustments, we've done those already. We're not going to generate crowns either, we're going to generate copings. So make sure you select your copings, your zones. These are zones, and create coping layer. Alright, this layer is 0.6 millimeter thick. You can make it thicker if you need to. I'll keep it the same thickness. Next, we're going to generate the coping, these copings, lower copings. Perfect. This is what they look like underneath. Okay, they've been blocked out, and we've got the safety, the spacer done as well. Alright, now we need to join our bridge to this. Alright, I'm going to run up the menu, look for my teeth, okay, which are here. Alright, so we need to cut these teeth in. So I'm going to have a look at my hidden model, which is over here. I'm going to take this other one and I'm going to just hide it for a minute. It's called segment lower. Alright, so we need to change a few things here because we need to bring down these necks a little bit. So what I'll do is I'm going to go tab edit mode, magnet off, proportional editing on, and we're going to go C key, and I'm going to just grab this in a little bit into the model. I'm going to use that model as a cutting tool. Okay, this is quite important. Okay, like that. And we're going to do the next one as well. So just G key and just pull the mesh a little bit like that. I'll pull it in a bit like that. Okay, we're going to do this for all of these teeth. Alright, now we need to cut it. Okay, so if we have a look, maybe still on this side, this should be okay. I'll just grab it down a little bit as well. Alright, now this is our cutting tool and we're going to cut away. Just want to have a look and see the integrity of this model. Control I, hide. And yeah, so we've got these implants. We don't really want to have these, and this is not good. So what I'll do is I'll go Shift D, and we're going to use a duplicate copy of that. So the other one I'm going to hide. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to use for a cutting tool. We're going to go to the model designer, and then we're going to go to the sculpt tool, and I'm going to briefly sculpt this. Bear in mind this is a copy, so it doesn't matter if you destroy this. Okay, so my main objective is to get a good surface that we can use to cut away those teeth. And this is also going to create a good cutting surface so that the Boolean tool will work. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is, this is not going to, these are our copings, so I'm going to hide those. We're going to chop this away now. Actually, this one I'm going to move down a little bit more. Alright, go to the bottom of the wax up where there's cutting tools. So this is going to, these are going to be my objects that I'm cutting. Alright, these are my objects that are going to be cut like that. Select objects being cut. This one is going to be my select object making the cut, and we're going to apply that. So I'm going to verify in transparent mode whether it's cut out my Pontics perfectly. Okay, so they're all resting nicely on the tissue, as you can see. Okay, this has all been done in one hit. This one doesn't seem to be cut. Okay, so maybe I didn't choose it or something. So this is looking good. Now we're going to continue to bridge these. Right, next I'm going to unify all of these. Now, before I unify, I've got to make sure that there isn't, in fact, an intersection. It will not unify if the teeth do not intersect each other. This is very important, and it will give you an error message as well. So then select all of the teeth, and then go to the crown module, and go to the bridging. And now you're going to use this one over here. Now once you've done that, you should just double check in transparent mode that this is all one object. You can see by the fact that these have like little circles there, like that. So this is all one object, and I'm going to do the same on this one over here. This one there, unify. Great. Next, we're going to take this one, and we're going to unify this. We're going to join selected to generate a fixture. You've got to select anything, it doesn't matter what it is, to the generated fixture in this order. And I'll just show you what happens on the inside. Okay, so here and there, and we're going to join them up, and this is going to get cleared away, and it smooths it at the same time. I'm going to do the same on this one over here. And by the way, we finished with this object, X delete. That was our cutting object. Take this one, and we have to do one at a time. So this is a whole unit. We're going to join it to this one over here. So don't try and join it to two of them. It's going to give you an error message. Take this one, and then generate as well, and that should clear away the inside. Alright, now we can see that we don't have enough strength over here. We're going to flip it over, shift right click to place our cursor, and click on join weld. And this is like wax, S to scale, G to grab, and it'll stick to your object. Shift D to duplicate, and you're going to add this wherever you think you need strength. So those that are familiar with the waxing technique of bridges, you will know that you need quite a lot of strength. So Shift D I'm using, and S to scale, and I'm using the G key a lot as well. So that's looking quite good. Alright, so I'll leave this up to you to decide how much you want to do. Here we can maybe do another one, Shift D. I'll just fill this up a little bit as well. And maybe there's a little bit of a void in between over here. So Shift D, and we're going to scale this one, S to scale, make it small like that, and then you're going to click on join weld. Alright, select it and then smooth this. And I'm going to set this the radius up a little bit to make things a little bit faster, and note that we are protected on the inside of the copings. Go to your other one, Alt H, do exactly the same thing, smooth it. Alright, now you may want to know what do we do with contacts. Okay, I'm going to expose my hidden one, that's the gum, and we're going to bring in the contact creation. Go to interproximal cutters. So we're going to need a few of those. Actually, I'm going to just hide that one just for a second still. Look at it from the top side. Use the R key and the G key. Place it where you want to have it. I've got the scene sort of tilted at the correct angle. Shift D. Rotate it. Actually, we're going to hide the bridges. H to hide. And I'm going to make sure that I've got a good contact. And now this is important to get the path of insertion correct. Now these glue into the bridge as far as I'm aware of. So what I'm doing is I'm just bringing it. There's not much contact we can get over here and over here. So I'll just keep the contact a bit tight. So again, Shift D to duplicate, R to rotate, and Shift D again, like that. Okay, so we're going to just hide this, and I'm going to move this one a little bit closer. You can see it's like a window pane. We can make out like here. That's where the contact is. Okay, so Alt H to unhide. Next, select this one and shape contacts for selected. Alright, we can see that there's contacts here. This is going to be cut away. You can make it a little bit broader if you want to, and then we're going to cut contact, and then we're going to smooth this with protection. Radius up a little bit. Be careful when you're smoothing because you don't want to destroy what you've created. I'll just smooth this as well while we're at it. Maybe a bit in here as well. Like that. And over here as well. Okay, exit. Let's do the same for this one. Now here we are missing a contact. Tab. Select this one. Proportional editing on. Magnet tool is off. The G key. And we're going to grab this in a little bit more. Like that. Because this is a contact, we don't have to worry too much over here. My proportional editing perimeter is way away from this part over here. So tab to get out of it, select it, and here we've got a bit of a V. There's nothing we can do about it. If the dentist reduces that more, we've got a much wider contact area, unless you reduce it and you notify the dentist. Alright, from here we're going to shape the contact of this specific one. Here I want to make a little bit wider, here like that. On this side it's like that. Okay, and we're going to cut this and smooth it as well. So smooth. And then exit and then delete these contact cutters. Alright, we're going to expose the other one, my hidden one. And I'm going to take this one away or just hide it for now. And this is what my finished result looks like. We could still add a little bit underneath here just to close those gaps. But I think this tutorial is sort of finished. So if you wanted to do this, go back to the bridging and just weld a little bit more underneath over here. Okay, I hope this video was helpful, and if you got any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, bye.